Stand and Deliver, The King's Man by Rachel Lawson. On a cool, crisp night in the Epping Forest, a stagecoach was moving amongst the shadows of a full silver moon. "The moonlight gives the forest a magical glow," said Mary Gregory, a passenger in the coach. The other passenger was her brother, Magistrate Sir Thomas Gregory, but he thought it felt less magical but more eerie and dangerous. He saw highwaymen and footpads in every shadow. The driver was also very nervous, as highwaymen were known to work within these woods. Suddenly a handsome, well-dressed man carrying a brace of gleaming, dueling pistols appeared. He was riding a white horse and had come out of the shadows into the moonlight. The nervous driver sped up the coach. The horseman was following the coach, but at a faster pace, shouting, "Stop now or I'll shoot! Stand and deliver, your money or your life!" shouted the highwayman. Firing his pistol, he winged the driver, who, knowing the next shot might kill him, slowed the coach to a stop. The rider caught up to them, and stopping his horse, he dismounted. Mary and her brother climbed out of the coach. "Ah, good evening, my lady and Sir Thomas Gregory. It is a lovely evening, is it not?" said the highwayman as he kissed Mary's hand. "Oh yes, it is," responded Mary, enchanted by the moonlight and his gallantry. "No, it is not. I would rather have missed this meeting, Faulkner," said the magistrate, recognizing him from wanted posters. "Faulkner? Not Gentleman John Faulkner?" asked Mary. "Guilty," said the highwayman, smiling behind his mask. "Your goods, please, Sir Thomas," demanded Faulkner, pointing a gun at the magistrate. Mary offered up her jewelry. "Oh no, keep your things, my lady," said Faulkner, giving her jewelry back. Her brother reluctantly handed him his purse of money. The highwayman next turned to the driver, whose arm was bleeding badly, and holding out his hand for more booty, John said, "Now you, sir, you should get that arm looked at, it looks quite bad." The driver handed over his valuables. The highwayman sent them on their way, with Sir Thomas driving, and the driver inside the coach being tended to by his sister Mary. 2 nights later, with the weather warmer, a new highwayman was on the road for the first time. It seemed to be a youth in a black outfit who was enjoying the thrill of riding through the night. It was the first outing of this new highwayman. This highwayman nearly held up a coach, but he was beaten to it by another highwayman. He saw this from a hill where he was waiting for the coach to arrive. So he turned his horse and headed dejectedly home. The next morning, the Gregory home had a visitor. Mary was very excited to meet a famous man she had never met before. He was an actor who was famous for playing the part of the Black Highwayman on stage. He was a tall, handsome man, and from the moment Mary saw him, she knew she could easily love him. This man's name was Sir Justin Beaufort. "Hello, my lady," said the actor. "I hear that you met a real highwayman the other day. I wish I had been with you. They are so thrilling and romantic." "Yes, they are," agreed Mary. "No, they are dangerous mercenaries. The driver of the coach died from the wound he got from the highwayman, or did you forget that?" asked Sir Thomas. Sir Justin looked chastened and nervous. "Did he have a family?" asked Sir Justin. "More than likely, and they'll hang Faulkner now he's killed someone," said Sir Thomas. "He won't hang. It was an accident," said Mary. "He shot the man. He should have realized there was a chance the man would die," said Sir Thomas. "If they get him, they will hang him. I'm sure of that," said Sir Justin sadly. Later, Mary was riding in a coach with Sir Justin, and she heard, "Stand and deliver, your money or your life," the voice yelled. When the coach stopped, she leapt out of the coach to see the driver being murdered with a single shot to the heart. For no other reason than that he didn't stop quickly enough. She was now nervous. This was the feared killer highwayman Terrence, the Terror of Essex. "Hand over your loot. Either give it to me now or I will take it from your body," Terrence the Terror said to her. She climbed out quickly, and out of the coach also stepped an angry Sir Justin. "That's enough, Terry. Give it all back," said Sir Justin. This startled the Terror, who was confused. Sir Justin walked over, disarmed him, and pointed the Terror's own gun at him. "I said give it back, Terry," said Sir Justin. "Don't call him Terry. People say he doesn't like that. This isn't the theater. He'll kill you," said Mary nervously. "He'll have to wait in line," said Sir Justin with a smile. Sir Justin, you are annoying me. Nobody robs me, not even my friends. You will pay for this. Stand down, and I will forget it, said Terence the Terror. Stand and deliver Terry, said Sir Justin. He is drunk, ignore him, Mr. Terror, said Mary. He's stone cold sober and stubborn, said the highwayman. Terence the Terror handed back the loot, but he was fuming. Sir Justin shot in the air to disarm the gun. Here you are, my friend, have your property, and let us go on our way, said Sir Justin. You are not my friend, said Terence the Terror, stomping over to his horse. You know something, I think I have lost a friend, said Sir Justin sadly as he drove the coach off. You are insane, shouted back Mary from inside the coach. Later in the day at the Gregory home. Tom, your friend is a nut, Mary said when they arrived with the body of the driver. What did he do, murder the driver so he could drive the coach? Asked Sir Thomas. Sir Justin laughed. No, that was Terence the Terror, said Sir Justin. Oh, did he kill the driver so you could drive it? Said Sir Thomas. Are you insane? Asked Sir Justin. No, said Sir Thomas. Terence the Terror held us up. He shot the driver, then I held up the terror, said Sir Justin. You did what? Asked Sir Thomas. I bailed up the terror and took your sister's stuff back as she was under my care, said Sir Justin. Thank you. Did you take him in? Asked Sir Thomas. No, I let him go, said Sir Justin. Why did you do that? Asked Sir Thomas. Someone had to drive the coach, and I could not be sure of Mary's safety if I kept him, replied Sir Justin. You know that he'll now try to kill you, said Sir Thomas. If he does, he does. I could never live with myself if he robbed someone under my care, replied Sir Justin. That night the youthful highwayman rode again. This time he stopped a coach and started to rob people when 3 highwaymen arrived on the scene. New to this are you, lad, said one of them. The youth panicked and fell off the horse, banging his head hard, and was knocked out by the fall. Terry, I think you killed him, said one of the others. He was the black-clad highwayman named the Ghost for his sudden appearances and disappearances. Ghost, the boy's knocked out, not dead, said Gentleman John, who was riding with them. Terry just scared him, said John. We can't leave him here. What will we do? Said the highwayman, the Ghost, a Robin Hood-type highwayman. They completed the robbery. John picked the body up and hung it over his horse. The Ghost took the horse of the young highwayman, and they rode off to Gentleman John's house. I'll look after him till he comes round, offered John. The odd band of highwaymen sat drinking and chatting for a few hours, and then the Terror and the Ghost left. When they had gone, John made a strange discovery. The boy had long hair and a bun, and his hat had been pinned to it. He found this out when he tried to remove the hat so he could put the lad to rest on his bed. He put her on the bed and sat looking at a script for a new play. He then sat drinking for a while. Later, when the highwaywoman woke up, it was like a play with a ham actor. Where am I? She muttered. Putting down the script, he walked over to her. How are you feeling, miss? Asked John. Miss? Said the highwaywoman, not sure how he knew what she was or where she was. She felt for her mask, it was there. I saw your hair. If we knew you were a woman, my friends would have stayed, said John. Why? She asked. For your honor, said John. Whoever said there is no honor among thieves? Oh yes, said the highwaywoman. Nothing happened, but I'll marry you to keep your honor, said John. The highwaywoman stood up, still a bit wonky. She thought she was dreaming. He was a man of honor, and she loved him, so she was happy. She started to take off her mask, and he stopped her. No, don't, said John. We aren't safe. Seeing each other's faces may cause us problems. All right then, she said, and stopped trying to unmask. In the early morning, she said goodbye and left for home. A few hours later, Mary was sitting in the forest near her home, enjoying the new autumn day. Sir Justin saw her on the way to visit her brother. He got off his horse and tied it to a branch of a small tree and walked over to her. What are you doing, my lady? Asked Sir Justin, thinking she looked very pretty sitting amongst the autumn leaves. She blushed. It is ethereal here today, said Mary, looking at Sir Justin, who looked more handsome than ever. "It is a glorious day," said Sir Justin, not lying. "Are you all right?" "Yes, come sit beside me," said Mary. "Why?" asked Sir Justin. "The view is best from here," said Mary. "As long as no one's around," said Sir Justin. With a smile, she said, "No one is here." Sir Justin sat beside her. "What are we looking at?" asked Sir Justin. "Everything. The wind is singing in the trees, blowing leaves through the air as they fall to the ground. The birds are singing and the forest floor is covered in crisp leaves thick as snow," said Mary, forgetting propriety and everything. He lay on his back in the leaves. "I have never seen anything so beautiful. I could forget everything and live here in this moment forever." Then, looking up at the sky, he said, "This looks better." Mary lay back too. She watched the leaves fall from the trees, blowing in the wind. A leaf fell down, floating onto her heart. She put her hand on it. A voice interrupted the scene. "Ah, there you are, Mary. Have you been with him all night? Everyone has been looking for you," accused Sir Thomas. "No," Sir Justin said, standing. "I just found her here. I was on my way to see you." Mary, trying to stand up, fell over her long skirt. "I was not with him," said Mary. Sir Justin thought he could see a forced marriage wedding being set up. "I can't marry her," said Sir Justin. "Why?" asked Sir Thomas. "I can't say," said Sir Justin. "No excuses means that you must marry her for your honor and hers," said Sir Thomas. "Don't use my honor against me," said Sir Justin. "You must marry her as you are driven by your honor," Sir Thomas said. Sir Justin shook his head, jumped on his horse, and rode away. Later that day, Sir Justin sat with his friend the Earl of Essex, the cousin of Gentleman Jack, and their friend the King's library, chatting. "How was your day, Sir Justin?" asked the King. "Great, I became engaged," said Sir Justin. "Congratulations," replied the Earl with a strong French accent. "Who is she?" asked the King. "The sister of a friend of mine," said Sir Justin. "Who is your friend?" asked the Earl. "A magistrate from Loughton," said Sir Justin. "Not your friend Sir Thomas Gregory?" asked the Earl. "Yes, his sister," said Sir Justin, taking a sip of wine. "His sister is lovely. She'll make a good wife for you," the Earl said. "She thinks I'm a man," Sir Justin said, taking another sip. "Why on earth would she think that?" asked the King. "I bailed up the Terror," said Sir Justin, drawing a big sip of wine. "You did what?" asked the Earl excitedly. "Why on earth would you do that?" asked the King. "She was under my care and the Terror held us up. I was protecting her," said Sir Justin. "So you robbed him," said the Earl. "You are lucky to be alive. The Terror is a killer," said the King. "I know, he killed the driver," said Sir Justin. "He'll try to kill you for that," said the King. "He'll be doing me a service," said Sir Justin. "Are you all right?" asked the Earl. "I don't want to marry that girl," Sir Justin said. Later, Sir Justin went to the Earl's blacksmith David Buckingham's shop to get his horse reshod. "Master Buckingham, how are things going with your business today?" asked Sir Justin. "Good, I have been very busy today," said David as he reshod the horse. "Your horse is very calm today," said David. "Yes, I fed her before we came. It calms her down," said Sir Justin. A soldier walked into the smithy. "Where is my gun?" demanded the soldier. "I am busy. Please come back later, sir," said David. "No, I want it now," snapped the soldier impatiently. "Patience is a virtue," said the smith. "I have not time for words," said the soldier, kicking the smith, which startled the horse, which then kicked the smith in the guts. "My gun now, man," said the impatient soldier, not caring that the man was hurt. "Stand away, man," said Sir Justin, pulling out his gun. "Are you all right?" "I feel like I was kicked by a horse, Jack," said the ghost. The soldier looked puzzled. Gentleman Jack glared at the soldier. The ghost got the man's gun and gave it to him. "I fixed it now. Pay the fee we agreed to and be on your way," the ghost said. The soldier paid him and left. "We need to get you to the doctor," said Jack, helping his friend onto David's horse, and jumped on too and rode David the ghost to his doctor. Later, Jack dropped the ghost off in town. He did what any man who'd been kicked by a horse would do. He went to the pub and drank a little too much. When he was drinking, he heard a soldier talking about his old friend from the wars who was still a soldier being set before a firing squad for the crime of another soldier. "Do you want a blindfold?" asked the captain of the regiment. "No." Malcolm Giles, the man being shot, called back. "Ready! Aim!" "Fire!" was all the captain called. He saw 3 highwaymen aiming at him. "Shoot and your captain's dead," shouted Jack. "Faulkner, tell your friends to stand down. This man is to get his justice," shouted Captain Terence Norton, aka the Terror. "No, he was framed," the ghost shouted back. "No, he was not," shouted Terry. "Release him," ordered Jack. "Do as he says," barked Terry, not wanting to be shot. "Silver buckles, take the man his horse," said the ghost to the highwaywoman. She did as she was told. They had brought a spare horse for Malcolm. He leaped onto it, and they rode off in a hail of bullets. "Sir Thomas, a soldier, is here to see you," said the housekeeper of the Gregory house to her master. "Show him into the library. I'll talk to him there," said Sir Thomas. A little time later, in the Gregory library, the soldier was shown in. It was Captain Terence Norton. "What is your name, Captain?" asked Sir Thomas. "I would rather not say. I am here to help you catch a highwayman," Terry said. "Why?" asked Sir Thomas. "I would rather not say," Terry said. "I hear you want to catch the highwayman, John Faulkner," said Terry. "Yes," said Sir Thomas. Over the following weeks, the highwayman and highwaywoman became inseparable and took to the road most nights. They planned to run away and marry after one last job, but it all went wrong. There was an unexpected ambush. They were on their horses, and when they demanded the passengers disembark the coach, they didn't notice the gun pointing from the coach until it was too late. But when they did, they rode away. It was Sir Thomas who shot one of them. John could have escaped, but he jumped off his running horse, which continued on its way. He ran back to his fiancée, the highwaywoman. "You shot her," said John accusingly, kneeling down, cradling her and looking into her face. "Why didn't you escape?" asked the dying highwaywoman. "I don't want to live without you," said John. "I have the 2 of them. I shall unmask them," said Sir Thomas. Unmasking John, his eyes widened and looked horrified. "Hi," said Sir Justin. "But you are engaged to my sister." "Who is this harlot?" asked Sir Thomas, ripping off her mask, looking devastated. "Mary, no," cried Sir Thomas. "Mary, my other fiancée," said John. "My love," said Mary, and died. John kissed her for the first and last time. "The Earl of Essex and someone called Captain Norton from Loughton are here to see John Faulkner," said the guard to the prison administrator. "Essex, he's his cousin." "Okay, let him go in," said the administrator. They were taken to Jack's cell and left alone to talk to him. "Jack, I'm sorry about what happened. I didn't want anyone to die," said Terry. "We're here to break you out," said the Earl. "You can't be revealing yourselves as the Terror and the ghosts, Drew," said Jack. "We don't care anymore," said Terry. "We only want to see you free," said the Earl, who was the ghost. "I don't want to live without Mary," said Jack. "Thanks, but I just want to be with Mary in the hereafter." "Goodbye, Jack, we will miss you," said the ghost. "I'll miss you holding me up," joked the Terror. "Goodbye," he said. "She was worth holding up a friend over, and I hope you and she will find happiness in your next life. I'll see your body is buried near your Mary," said the Earl, hugging his cousin one last time. "Thank you," said Jack. "Goodbye until we meet again in the hereafter." With that, the ghost and the Terror left Jack to his fate in his cell. A few weeks later, John joined her in death. As John was standing on the gallows at Tyburn, Sir Thomas watched the noose go around John's neck. Sir Thomas was sad. He knew he'd missed John and Sir Justin. The executioner reached for and pulled the lever for the trap door. Then the magistrate closed his eyes. He saw Mary and John lying in the leaves in the forest, and he heard John saying, "I have never seen anything so beautiful. I could forget everything and live in this moment forever." The end.